Welcome to Everyday Yoga, Movement for Life. You know, yoga is an excellent way for people of all ages to keep fit and healthy. Physical movement that's combined with breathing and meditation has many proven benefits, including increased strength, flexibility, and balance. We'll visit yoga and Tai Chi classes in recreation and senior centers all around Fairfax County. Our classes will give you a burst of energy, as well as relaxation and peace of mind. Join us and follow along at the level that's right for you.
Hi, and welcome to Everyday Yoga, Movement for Life. I'm Chris Howell, and practicing with me today here at the Holland Hall Senior Center are Charlie, Linda, Maggie, and Lynn. Lynn and I teach together here at the center, and she'll be demonstrating the seated versions of our standing poses. So if you prefer to stay seated for the entire practice, just follow along with Lynn and she'll show you what to do. Our practice today is going to focus on some of the areas that we overlook and underappreciate: our feet and ankles, our hands and wrists, and our face, neck, and jaw. We'll also be doing some self-massage to bring blood flow and awareness to the tissues and to calm the nervous system. So let's start seated, finding a comfortable chair, and coming right up to the edge of the chair. Notice if you're rocking back on your tailbone and slumping in. We want to practice with good posture, so let's rock forward onto our sitting bones a little and notice the way the spine rises up long and tall. We'll place the feet right underneath the knees and align ears, shoulders, ribs, and hips for our seated mountain pose. Let's roll the shoulders up toward the ears and slide them back down. And we'll do this a couple times, bringing them up, back, and down. Keeping the shoulders easy and relaxed. And then just let your hands rest on your thighs where your elbows can hang under your shoulders. We'll take a couple cleansing breaths, coming in through the nose and out through the mouth with a ha sound. Again, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhaling deeply. And nice Good. And then softening your gaze or even closing your eyes if you'd like. We'll begin to inhale and exhale through the nose, breathing and centering before we begin the movement portion of our practice. Allow your belly to be a little soft so that the rib cage can move in and out as you inhale and exhale through the nose. Throughout our practice today, we want to just keep our breath in this smooth and easy rhythm. Yoga is a practice of awareness in mind, body, and spirit. Our breath is a great tool for this awareness. If you find your breath becoming labored, please back off a little bit, slow down, or even take a break and rejoin us later in the practice. Keeping that breath flowing smoothly, we'll sweep the arms out and up, turn the palms up and toward each other, and then turn the palms down and press down as you exhale. Turn the hands out and inhale up. Exhale, sliding the hands down. We'll do one more like that, inhaling the arms up to a wide V, and then pressing the hands down just like you're pressing through water. Letting the hands come to the lap once again. Rolling the shoulders. And then wiggling the hands out, wiggling the knees a little bit. We'll begin with some self-massage now. So take your thumbs, place them up underneath your chin, and let your fingertips come to the chin and begin to massage into the jawline. You'll take the fingers out now to the hinge of your jaw, and really open your mouth nice and wide for like a big lion. Again, nice and wide. Inhale. You can even stick your tongue out if you'd like. Inhale. Good. Massaging now into the upper lip and out into your cheekbones. And then bring the fingers up into the temples and the forehead. If your hands are becoming fatigued from massaging, you can rest them in your lap for a moment and then join us again when you're ready. Let's take the hands to the ears now and begin to unroll the ears from the top down to the bottom, pinching the lobes. And again, we'll take them at the top and squeeze down to the bottom. Let's shake out the hands now and place the hands on the lap, taking an easy breath in and an easy breath out. Turn your chin to the right and take your right hand behind your left ear. So crossing it over the body, we'll massage into the skull, and you can even go a little to the back of the head. And then we'll take an inhale breath and draw the hand across the neck, turning the head back to center as we exhale. Let that hand rest in the lap, and then we'll turn toward the opposite shoulder. Take your left hand behind your right ear, keeping your chin parallel to the floor, or mostly parallel to the floor, and massage into the back of the head, and then draw the hand across the neck, bringing it back to center, letting the hands rest in the lap. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and take an easy breath in and an easy breath out. We'll continue our massage with the rib cage. So massaging into the ribs, you can use the palms of your hands or the fingers or a little bit of both. These muscles in the trunk are muscles that help us breathe and keep us tall and supported in our good posture. So we want to let these muscles be strong and mobile. We're going to massage into the ribs in the front, the sides, and then make fists with your hands and bring them back to your back and massage up and down here and up into your back ribs as well. Let's shake out the hands now, roll the shoulders again, and we're going to bring the hands to the rib cage for a little breath practice called roses and candles. So we're going to inhale through the nose, feeling the rib cage expand out to the side. As you exhale, purse your lips as though you're blowing out your birthday candles. Feel the ribs move together and draw your belly in. Inhale and smell the roses. Feel the ribs move. Exhale, blow out your candles. Feel the expansion as you inhale. The way your spine lengthens and stay nice and tall. Exhale and blow out your candles. Good. Release the hands and release your breath, rolling the shoulders gently one more time. Good. And then shake out your hands a little, shake out your knees, releasing any tension. Good. And we'll begin to work on the feet. So bring your hands to the back of your chair. You can put them on the seat or hold on to the rails. Keep your left foot on the mat, and we'll take the right foot out in front. Make some gentle circles with your ankle. And let those circles go the other way. Notice if when you put your leg out, you slumped back. And if so, just rock forward on your pelvis again. We'll pause the circles now and point the toe and flex through the heel. Point and flex. One more point. One more flex. And then we'll return to the point, and here spread your toes really wide. Let's do one of those roses and candles breaths here. So really smell that rose. And then exhale, blow out the candles, staying nice and tall. Good. We'll bring the leg back now. And let's stomp out the feet a little bit here. And stop. And stomp. And stop. And one more. Stomp. And stop. Sitting nice and tall now, feeling that energy in your legs. Let's keep the right foot planted as we take the left leg out in front. So we'll circle the ankle and let it go the other way. This is a nice little practice that you can do any time during the day, perhaps when you're having your morning coffee. And then point your toe and flex through the heel. Point and flex. One more point, one more flex, and then we'll return to that point and spread the toes nice and wide. Take an easy breath in through your nose and blow out your candles. Good, we'll draw the leg back and stomp those feet out one more time. Good, this time you can shake out your hands too, roll your shoulders, wiggle your head a little bit. Good. And then we'll return the feet to the floor and sit up nice and tall. Take an easy breath in and sweep your arms up overhead, and then turn the palms out and press them down. Good. We're going to practice now something called a hip hinge. When we bend and fold over, we want to do it not from the waist, but from the hinge of the hips to keep our spine long and strong. So we're going to take the hands and turn the pinky side, place it in the crease of your hips, right where your legs meet your torso, and press into your feet, sit up nice and tall. Inhaling forward, we'll hinge at the hips, taking our gaze down to the floor and exhaling here. Inhale as you come back up, and exhale here. Again, inhale forward, keeping the spine long and the chest open. Exhale, and inhale back up. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale, hold. And inhale, lift it back up. Good. Release your hands for a moment and shake them out. We're going to use that hip hinge now to help us come up to standing. So for this one, you want to put your feet a little closer to your body. I'm going to scoot back a little in the chair. And we'll let the hands rest on the thighs, or you can bring them back into the crease of the hips, whatever feels better to you. We'll practice one first. So inhale and come forward. As you do, push the weight into your feet as though you're going to come up to stand, but pause and hold there. On your next inhale, bring yourself back up to seated. If you're planning to stay in the chair, we'll do that again. If you're coming up to stand, we'll inhale forward, and when the weight drops into your feet, press into your legs and come all the way up to stand, bringing the arms up and overhead as you come up, and then pressing them down as you come down. We're going to walk the feet to Tadasana, or standing mountain pose. Peek down at your feet and make sure all 10 toes are facing mostly forward and the feet are hip distance apart. We're going to bend the knees and take the weight back into the heels a bit, and then wiggle the knees back and forth. Get everything jiggling here. And then we'll pause that, straightening the legs. Put the weight a little more in your toes and let your heels bobble here. We'll begin to roll the shoulders a little bit. We'll bring our elbows up. And if it feels comfortable for your shoulders, bring your arms back up and overhead. Only doing as much as feels good to your body right now. Good. Let's bring the arms down now and bounce and wiggle the fingers a little bit. Come on back up to stand. And we're going to walk the feet a little wider apart and place the hands on the hips. We'll swivel the hips around a bit. And then let them go the other way. Let's do it one more time, switching directions. And you can take a little peek over your shoulder, be a little sultry with this. And then take them the other direction. And then coming back to center, we'll keep the feet where they are and then shake out your hands nice and loose down low, middle, and high. And shake them all the way down. Good. Roll those shoulders again. We're going to come into a little twist for some apple picking. We'll sweep the right hand across and come up onto the right toes, and then bring it back through center and shift it the other way. Just let your breath flow smoothly here. So we're picking kind of the low-hanging fruit right here. And you can stay here. Make sure that heel's lifting as you twist. You can reach up a little higher if you'd like. And then if you've got some really high ones, you can look up and reach to those too. But only moving within your comfortable range of motion for today. Let's bring the arms down a little lower and a little lower. And then we'll just sway them side to side. Nice, and then come back to center. Step your feet back underneath your hips. Take a peek down at your toes. See that they're all facing mostly forward. Feet are about hip distance apart. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. And then just begin to rock back and forth on your feet. So you can come up a little on the balls and back on the heels, doing only what's comfortable for you, holding your chair if you'd like. Good. And then keep the feet down now and just shift the weight forward and back. You'll feel when you're a little too far forward and a little too far back. And then let yourself now come to the place where you're balanced right over your feet. We'll turn the palms forward now and explore a little bit of the way the hands and the shoulders relate. Opening through the chest and closing, drawing the shoulders in. One more, open and close. And then we'll open the hands and just turn the thumbs forward so the hands face the thighs. So pressing into your feet, standing up nice and tall. Bring your hands to Hikini Mudra, tapping the fingers, hips together and making a little crystal ball, pulling your elbows down and in. And again, easy breath in and easy breath out. Let's release the hands now. Shake things out a little bit. And we're going to come to stand beside the chair for the next portion of our practice. So moving over to the right side of your chair, your left hand can hold onto the chair for a little balance. And we're going to come back to mountain pose, all 10 toes facing forward, and lift your right heel and then your left. This is a nice way to strengthen your feet and ankles and also increase the flexibility. You can do this standing at home by your kitchen counter. Good. Let's bring both heels to the earth now for a little marching. So we'll lift one leg and then the other. Only lifting the knees as high as feels good to you. And then let's bring both feet to the earth for a little balance. So for this balance, we're going to stand on the right foot and tap the left toes. Reach down through your fingers and up through the crown of your head, finding that nice tall posture. From here, we'll lift the foot up, if it's available to you, and circle the ankle. You can circle it the other way. And then you can either return the foot to the floor with the toe tapping, or you can bring one arm up overhead if that feels good to you. Maybe you can take a hand off the chair. Maybe you can take two hands off the chair. And then sweep the hands down and bring the foot to the earth. And swivel out your hips a bit here and let them go the other way. Good. Sweep the arms up and overhead and press them down, letting the hands come to the heart center in prayer position. We'll step over to the opposite side of the chair now, placing your fingers on the chair or holding on, and we'll come back to our mountain pose. This time we're going to come onto both feet. Now notice we tend to rock out to the edges of the feet, so press into the big toe side and keep your head reaching up to the sky. We'll lower down and lift, and lower and lift. If this feels too challenging, just go back to the first one that we were doing. Lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Maybe you can come all the way up onto the balls of the feet and hold for a moment. This strengthens your core as well as your feet and ankles. Good. And then release those heels to the earth, and we'll just begin to march it out. Lifting the knees. And then both feet come to the earth once again. Stepping our weight into our left foot, we'll tap the right toes. Notice if you're letting your hip drop out to the side and bring it back into alignment. If you'd like, we can lift that right foot and circle the ankle. Maybe let it go the other way. And then tap the toes once again. You can stay here or lift the foot. Maybe bringing the left arm up. Notice if you're pulling it out of the socket, keep it down and in. Maybe lifting one hand off the chair. Maybe lifting both. And maybe tapping down if you need to. Bring both hands down. And return your foot to the floor. Make some circles round and round. Let them go the other way. And then shake things out a little here. Back to Tadasana. Sweep your arms up and down and and hands back to heart. We'll come to stand behind the chair again. So coming right back behind the chair and stepping just a little bit away from it, we're going to practice our hip hinge again, this time coming into a little squat. So we want to keep our hips moving back as we do this. Hinge at the hips, taking the weight back into your heels, and bend the knees, gazing down at the chair. Inhale and lift up. It may be more comfortable with your feet a little wider apart, so you can widen them out. Shift your weight back into your hips and come down any amount. One more time, inhale up and exhale coming down. Inhale up one last time. And this time we'll sweep the arms up and down. And we'll step once again to the right side of our chair. We're going to continue our massage practice with a massage for our hands. So let's shake out the right hand here. And then holding it up in front of your chest, we're going to press into your nail on your pinky side and roll that finger a little bit. So do the same thing with each finger. Press and roll. You can also move around a little bit so you're not standing still. Your body likes to move. And then take your hand, circle your wrist, and roll all the way up the arm. This is nice to do if you've been working on the computer. We kind of tend to grip that mouse and tighten all the way up to the shoulders. Let's take the right hand now, make a cup, and lift it up so you're coming right up into the shoulder and the upper back here, giving yourself a nice squeeze in that place where it feels good when someone gives you a little back rub. Let's let that hand come down now, and spreading the fingers of the left hand, we'll begin to massage into the rib cage here. Take an inhale breath. Make a fist with your right hand. Feel those muscles contract and strengthen, and then exhale with a turn your chin to look over your left shoulder. Bringing that hand down now, we'll shake them out. And checking in with your feet now, let's step forward with the right foot, just so the heel is in line with the toes of the back foot. You can place a hand on the chair, and turning the palm to face your thigh, we're going to bring the arm up like this. Let's take an inhale breath and come up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale here. Make a fist and hold tight, and exhale with a good. Return the heels to the earth, the hand to the side, step the feet back side by side, and we'll turn the right palm out, bringing the arm up and overhead. Just take a little peek over your shoulder. And on your next inhale, lift all the way up, turn the palm down, and release it back. We'll do that one more time. Arm out and up, and then peek over the shoulder. And then inhale back through center and press the hand down by your side. And then we'll step back through to the other side. Stepping behind the chair and coming to the left, we're going to shake out the left hand and then begin our massage. So pressing the fingernail and rolling and moving around a little bit and pressing into the next finger and rolling the finger. So massage into your thumb as well. And then take your right hand and put your left hand in it. The thumb will massage the knuckles and the palm. And then we'll circle the wrist and bring the arms, the hand up the arm, and all the way up to the shoulder. So here, make your hand into a cup and hold that elbow up so you can massage the shoulder and maybe all the way back into these upper back muscles. Sometimes it's nice to even squeeze underneath your shirt. Now let's tighten that muscle up for a moment and exhale, let it go. Bring your left hand down, spread the fingers of your right, and massage into the chest here. Getting right in between those ribs, we'll take an inhale breath, make a fist, hold tight, and exhale as you turn your chin to look over the opposite shoulder. Bring the hands down now, shake them out, roll the shoulders a bit, and stepping the feet side by side, we'll step the left foot forward. So its heel is in line with the ball of the back foot, hand faces the thigh, and we'll bring the arm up. So the pinky's forward. You can turn it in a little if you'd like. And we'll inhale here. Press into your feet. And come all the way up onto the balls if you'd like. And again, nice easy breath in. Make a fist. And exhale. We'll bring the heels down and the hands down. Stepping the feet together. And we'll take the left hand, turn it out to the side. Inhale up and over. And inhale again, press the hand down. Moving on the inhale, inhale up and peek over that shoulder. And on your next inhale, press the arm down. Roll those shoulders again. Shake things out a little bit. And we'll return to our seat for our final poses and our relaxation. So, hinging at the hips, sit down, find the chair, and bring your feet back underneath your knees, checking in with your pelvis, rocking forward on your sitting bones, and lining up nice and tall. From here, we're going to shake out the hands a little bit. They're getting lots of exercise today. And put your hands up, spreading the fingers. Notice if your elbows are out, that rounds your shoulders in, so pull them down a little, feeling the strength and openness in your back. I'm going to play a little hand jive here. So spread the fingers wide and then make a fist. Spread them and make a fist. Spread them, fist, spread them, watch out, claw. Spread them, fist, spread them, claw. One more time. Inhale, spread them, make a fist, spread them. Good, and then shake them out a little. Shake out your knees, bobble everything around, and circle your wrists, both directions. And then we'll come to our final relaxation. You're welcome to stay here, seated in your nice tall posture. If you prefer, you can sit back a little in the chair and relax back against the back of the chair. So if you're coming back, move your sitting bones back, but stay nice and tall here. And then hinge backwards so your back meets the chair and your shoulders relax. Take an easy breath in and an easy breath out. Let the hands relax on the thighs. Close the eyes. And take yourself back to your awareness of the breath. Feeling that easy rhythm of the breath as you inhale and exhale. In stillness here, perhaps even noticing the soft beating of the heart. Gently now begin to bring your awareness back to your body and begin a little gentle movement, perhaps turning the head gently from one side to the other. Wiggling the fingers a bit and the toes. Might even feel nice to circle your wrists a bit and your ankles. And then let's release the hands, shake them out by your sides. And if you've been sitting back, bring your hands to the chair and bring yourself forward so you're sitting on your sitting bones once again, aligning the feet underneath the knees and ears, shoulders, ribs, and hips. Sweeping the hands up overhead once again. We'll bring the hands to the heart center now in Anjali Mudra prayer position. Gently lift your head, blink open your eyes and smile. Thank you for joining us in practice today. Namaste.